Hello guys, welcome to today's tutorial. So we are in Selenium framework development and we are in part 10. Okay, so in this section we'll be seeing the implementation of best test setup. Okay, and along with that web action helper utils, how to write them and where to plug it in, right? So what is best test setup? So you'll be writing observation script, right, or test method, right? So before the execution of each and every test method, you need to have couple of set of steps that should be executed before each and every test, or some helper class which will be providing you the uh, required details or required information or resources to work with before each and every test or test class or whole package gets executed. So best test setup or best setup helps you the same, like you need to load the configuration, you need to get the drivers, you need to get it to the URL path. So all this stuff you can provide in the best setup. Okay. On the other hand, what is web action helper is like to perform day-to-day web actions. Click. Okay, you want to perform some click, you want to enter some data in text box, you want to perform some drag and drop operation, you want to perform some all the web actions basically. Okay, file upload, download, all this stuff. You need some set of commands to work with. So these commands, it is not like you are working with a framework, right? So a framework means it's a one place where you will be having all the utilities ready. You just call these methods and respective method will perform the respective actions. Suppose you call the click method only, so it will, the web element will be clicked. So basically that utility is how to write and where to put in, so we'll be seeing in this part of tutorial as well. Okay, let's quickly start it actually. So this is the best setup we had put in org.test, right, test package itself. So this is what I am doing. I just created a reference for WebDriver. This is a driver factory. If you remember, if you have seen all the videos, if you haven't gone through all the videos, I'll suggest to go through all the framework development part video so that you can have full uh, knowledge and implementation idea of what we are trying to achieve it here, right? Yeah. So we're calling this, we're getting the driver factory. Okay, using, we had used the design pattern called factory design pattern. Okay, Java design pattern. Okay, this is the configuration. In the last video we had seen that how to load the config data into map and get the data from there, right? And this is the CSV handler. This is the data util model handler that we had seen in a couple of videos back. Okay, this I'm loading the proper like configuration details. This I had created a object. You can utilize the same while working with the test or utilities, right? So like this you can create the PDF handler object what we had created in the last couple of videos back. This is any other properties you need to read, you can provide, you can create the object for that. So like this base setup will be having, you'll be having all the reader object. Okay, and what else you can have mode of execution, either you are going for local execution or remote execution with grid. What is the URL? Because you have the data loaded in from the configuration, right? Properties file, you have read the property file data, load it into the map, which is basically this is a map. In the last video we had seen that this is a map. Okay, and you're basically retrieving using get mode of execution browser on this one. So all this you are getting, and this is a get driver method. Basically your test will call this method. Okay, and it will return you the driver. That design we had done in the driver utils, if you can see here, right? We had used factory design pattern there, and this is for setting the driver. Basically you are setting the driver passes, yes, fetching the mode of execution, local or remote, fetching the browser name and providing it, it will return the driver object, and you can basically get the driver using get driver. This is after class. After class means testng after class. Suppose after the testng class you want to quit the browser or like tear down the browser, this is the method. You can write the before class as well here, or like anything and everything common that will be used throughout your framework or test method or test class. You can basically write pretty much everything here. Okay, and this is one thing. Okay, next thing what I was telling you, like this is the web action helper or web utilities. okay, where all the Selenium command you will be writing in a form of methods, and those method could be called or can be called anytime from anywhere from the framework. It will serve the purpose. For an example, this is a class we had created. Okay, this is a part of org.webutils. This class is WebAction Helper Utils. This is basically extending your base setup, what we had seen just now, right? This one, okay, and okay, okay. So this is basically extending this. Why? Because it needs to have the driver. It can access the common properties like object what we have created for PDF reader, CSV reader, property reader, configuration reader. So all the things it doesn't needs to again create. It don't need to create again. So it will, as it is extending, it will get all the ready object and its resources immediately with this base setup. So that's why we are extending this. This is a constructor we have created which is taking WebDriver reference and setting the driver, this start driver, to this one. Okay, while we'll be calling this method, that time driver will be initialized. Okay, and this is this example method. I had couple of sample methods. I haven't provided all the methods. Okay, you can write one by one. Okay, so let's say you want to click onto some element. So what is that? Wait for element to be clickable. You can simply write this also, right? Driver dot find element dot element dot click. This is basically Selenium method, right? Okay, but you are basically modifying. You can use the try catch as well to handle the exception. This is a basic skeleton I had provided here. You can basically customize as per your own need, or exception handling, or like you want to add some video recording stuff, screenshot stuff. You can put in the catch try catch exception. If exception happens, let's get a screenshot or something like that. You can do that. Okay, so this is another method. Once the element is clickable, click onto that element. For again this I had created a method. We had used explicit wait equal to new wait. This you can mention the time. You should wait up to that much of time until the element is clickable. Once the element is clickable, okay, you just click the element like this, get all the elements. So it will return the list of web element. So basically what I am trying to focus, like get the text of an element, enter the text, send keys basically. Okay, enter some text, get the attribute. Okay, implicit wait, explicit wait. You want to clear some field, no, in the text box, just use this one. So why these utilities are required? Instead of using this raw command every time here and there, you just call this method, and if any changes are required in that method, you can directly come in this class and change the method. Okay, so yeah, that's all from this section, guys. If you do have any question, comment, and suggestions, please put them in the comment box. I will be happy to help. And if you do like my video, please share, like, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.